Have you ever thought about someone and then suddenly they called you? Or walked into a room and instantly felt like something was off? Maybe you ignored it, maybe you brushed it away. But what if those moments weren't random? Hello everyone and welcome to or back to my channel. I thank you for tuning in to another video. And as you saw by the title, today we're going to talk about, do all people have spiritual abilities? There was a woman who spent most of her life believing she wasn't spiritual at all. No visions, no dramatic experiences, no strange gifts. Just an ordinary life. At least, that's what she thought. She was the kind of person who noticed small things, the energy in conversations, the tension before arguments, the feeling that someone wasn't okay before they ever said a word. But she never called it intuition. She just called it being observant. One afternoon, she was sitting alone drinking coffee when a strange thought crossed her mind. A person she hadn't spoken to in years suddenly came to mind so strongly, it almost felt intrusive. She ignored it, but an hour later, her phone rang, and it was them. And from that moment on, she started noticing more things, small things, subtle things. Nothing dramatic, but enough to make her wonder, do people naturally sense more than they realize? At first, she resisted the idea completely, because when most people hear the words spiritual abilities, they imagine extremes, psychics, visions, people seeing things no one else sees. But what if spiritual awareness isn't always dramatic? What if some abilities are actually very human, like intuition, empathy, discernment, emotional sensitivity, and pattern recognition? Things many people experience but rarely stop to think about deeply. Some examples can include, like walking into a room and immediately feeling tension, or knowing someone is upset before they speak, or feeling strongly that you shouldn't trust a situation, even when everything looks fine on the surface. And no, that doesn't mean everyone has supernatural powers, but spiritually, many people believe every person has some level of awareness beyond just logic, not magic, but awareness. She slowly began to realize something important. Maybe spiritual ability isn't always about gaining something new. Maybe it's about paying attention to what was already there. But there's something else people don't talk about. A lot of people are afraid of this subject because they think it means losing control or becoming disconnected from reality or entering something dark. But awareness doesn't have to create fear. In a healthy form, it creates understanding. And over time, the woman stopped asking, "Do I have abilities?" and started asking, "What am I naturally sensitive to?" She realized some people are deeply intuitive, some are emotionally sensitive, some are creative in ways that feel almost instinctive, some naturally read energy and behavior very well, and maybe those things exist on a spectrum. Because maybe spiritual ability isn't reserved for a chosen few, maybe what people call abilities are sometimes just deeper forms of awareness people haven't fully understood yet. And that awareness should never separate you from reality. It should help you understand yourself better, move more intentionally, and become more conscious of the energy you carry into the world. So in the end, she never became someone chasing signs everywhere. She never became consumed by fear or obsession. She simply became someone who listened more carefully to herself, to people, to the quiet feelings she used to ignore. So, do all people have some type of spiritual ability? Maybe not in a dramatic way people would imagine, but perhaps every person has the capacity for intuition, awareness, discernment, and emotional understanding. And maybe the real ability is learning how to pay attention. So I'm curious, what's something you've experienced that made you stop and wonder if there's more to human awareness than we fully understand? Not fear, not fantasy, just something you've noticed. I thank you guys for tuning in to another video on the channel. Of course, if you have any questions or comments, do feel free to leave them in the comment section. And as I always say at the end of the videos, remember to be you, be free, and be magical. I'll see you guys in the next one.